Hey YouTube, so I'm about 6 miles east of the Felix Creek Ranch. This is what is called ribbon rail. This is an old railroad from before the 1900s. The size of the rail is a lot lighter than the rail we use today. And see how overgrown it is here? There is a road on that side that follows the tracks. These tracks go north-south. These tracks, you guys, actually go all the way almost to Montello, a place called Cobre. And they went from Cobre, a mine there, all the way to Ely, which is another 70 miles for the processing. And they built this rail especially for that mine. I learned a lot about it from Bryce Kimber Sr. It was actually operational when he was a kid. But see this little wash down here next to the side of it, and I can't see anything from on this side of the tracks from the other side. What I'm going to shoot to do to cover these tracks is get dropped off at that rail point, walk this direction. So let me show you. Back that direction about 3 miles is a crossing. In the crossing there's a road that goes that way back to Felix Creek Ranch. Even though the dirt is really soft there, you guys, I do believe that trackers would have been able to pick up her tracks. I'm going to get the FOIA report and see what they say. But those trackers actually tracked Aiden Clune. See that hill over there? That is Palomino Ridge. And they tracked Aiden across there all the way through here, up. See where that gap is in the mountains right there? So he was actually went over the top before the gap. He didn't go through the gap. He went over the mountains, down into that valley, and then up part of the next hill before they lost his tracks. So if those guys can track him through the open desert that way, I do believe if she came this way, they would have found her prints along that road somewhere. I'm going to read what they have to say first. And if they didn't find any tracks on any of these roads that come to the east here, that tells me she went on a hard surface, but I'm not going to make that decision until I read the FOIA report. What I am going to do is ride this road down here all the way to the highway, which is about another 6 miles that way. I talked to the daughter today. She said her mom was in really good physical shape, just not mentally. And she cried, you guys. And it's the same with Aiden's mom. I know Aiden's mom doesn't like me, but I'm going to keep looking. I don't care. I think she got some bad information concerning me, and that's all right. I saw her on June 1st when we were coming out of the mountains. And she was kind of upset with me. I think she felt that I was searching way too far. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I had already searched those woods that we found the tree, that we found the shoes in, those trees. And you guys, that's a thick set of woods, but I'm very confident that we didn't miss him in there. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that. I just looked at her and said, I realize that people are found almost 80% of the time in areas that have already been searched. And that seemed to calm her a little bit. Chris didn't like it very much, but I'm okay. I understand. She has a lot of heartbreak and she wants to take it out on me. I'm okay with that. I've been through a lot worse. So I'm going to keep searching both individuals. Elmira's daughter had tears in her eyes when she knew we were looking for her mother. And you guys, it's not so much the rewards as the closure. Trust me on that. And I'm not going to stop looking. I've got 10 years to find scattered remains, and I'm not going to stop looking. I'm retired. I'm tired with in front of it, I should say. But I'm not going to stop looking. I have at least 5 days a week, and as long as I have the funds to do so, I'm going to keep looking. And it keeps me young out walking like this and riding the motorcycle. to get me to these places, so I'm not so tired once I get here, you guys. Chris and I covered on the southwest side of that mountain this morning we got here about a little bit before 7, and I'll bet you we covered probably 40 acres of woods over there that were right off of a trail, and it was a possibility and we had to do it. It was open sandy juniper area and it was likely, so we covered it. And I'm gonna keep searching this rail grade. If she did walk this way, would be prime. See how overgrown it is here? There is a road next to it. I know you can't see it, but I'll show you. It's amazing. Well, I call it a road. It's probably a trail, but it's amazing how you can be really close to these trails and not see them. You be out, I'll show you. I'll just give you an example. We'll walk out here about 50 steps. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll try to do a better video. I know I'm really terrible at this. I don't edit. I don't have a stick that holds my phone to keep the shaking down. But we turn around, I can see Chris. But as far as that road goes, all I can see is the railroad where the hump is and the rail over there in spots. But I'll walk out here a little further. This is so much different desert than the Arizona desert. A lot tougher, I think. The Arizona desert's easier to get through. This stuff here is just thick, and you run this stuff over greasewood and stuff with your tires, you get a flat. But see what I mean? You see that road? You can see the railroad, but not the trail itself. That's the Cherry Creek Range. And you guys, I am not looking for Aiden Clune over here. I would seriously doubt that he's over in this area, but I am looking for Elmira here. I'm just familiarizing myself with this side of the highway in case the trackers found something over here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so you know where we're at. When I get to the next something, I'll do another video. Say hi, Chris. You guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.